I want to see if it'll work. Okay.
All right. On the phone with us now is former President Ronald Reagan. Ronnie, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you this fine morning?
I'm good. Morning in America, right? Am I right?
Yep, it certainly is. I think the Morning in America slogan was a great one, representing all we had accomplished in the economy during the 1980s.
Would it shock you if I told you it's 4:30 in the afternoon?
I think you've misunderstood the slogan. It was not meant to be taken literally. It's a statement about the mood the people feel. The optimism at the end of the 70s was incredible.
The American
People were beginning to come out of the slump the Carter years put us in. And people had a more positive attitude going forward into the 1980s.
Dude, you mad? Why don't you just grab some jelly beans and chill out?
Well, I wouldn't say I was mad. I am a bit hungry. Oh, you mean my love for jelly beans?
Yeah.
I do absolutely love them. They're one of my favorite foods.
I love jelly beans, too.
A fellow jelly bean lover, well, I must say, it is a pleasure to meet you. What's your favorite flavor?
My favorite flavor is weed. No answer.
Well, that certainly is a unique answer to my question. While I can't say I agree with smoking weed, I respect your love for it. I can say, though, I like the taste of lemon jelly beans and peach ones.
Oh, those are good. Those are good. So, question for you. Remember Tip O'Neill?
I answered that question a couple of times.
Yes, I remember Tip. He was the Speaker of the House of Representatives and a fellow Irishman. We would both share stories of our time growing up in Ireland and talk about our families. A respectable man, I remember we would have dinner at the White House together and sometimes would have a drink on the side.
A drink or two. Yeah, actually, Tip, the conversations that you guys had were great because even though you didn't agree on things, you still were friends and you had discussions about the inner workings of government, and there was a real kind of rivalry, but it was a friendly rivalry. You guys were friends, but you disagreed on a lot of policy and things like that. We need that today.
We absolutely do. I wholeheartedly agree. The rivalry back then was friendly, and I still had respect for Tip because I was respectful to everybody, and back then we could just have friendly disagreements. Today's politicians need to sit down more and have talks about policy in a respectful manner, and respect the fact that they're trying to do what's best for the American people.
I hear you, Ronnie. Thank you so much. Listen, I don't agree with a lot of your policies. You know, hopefully Nancy's there with you, and maybe she'll do your horoscope.
Of course. And don't worry about not agreeing either. I believe it's perfectly fine if someone doesn't share my views. It's part of who they are as a person, and I would still respect them. By the way, I got Nancy to read my horoscope today. It seems I have an excellent day of health and wealth.
That's awesome. All right, Ronnie.
It's been a real pleasure speaking to you today as well.
That's what I said.